Woof, what happened to Alberto Morillas? He just created 4 new fragrances for Zara, oud focused, and he was doing all of the Gucci fragrances, well, a lot of them. But now it seems like Gucci has taken their business over to Givaudan with perfumers Nathalie Gracia-Cetto and Quentin Bisch on the latest releases from Gucci, with Gucci Guilty ELIXIR De Parfum pour Homme and Gucci Guilty ELIXIR De Parfum pour Femme. Have you guys been anticipating these fragrances? Let me know, put a comment down below, but today I'm going to talk to you about these 2 fragrances. I'm going to do first impressions on camera. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. Yes, do let me know if you've been anticipating these fragrances. I've not been a big fan of the Guilty series of fragrances from Gucci. Never got into it right off the bat when they first launched it. I think I got really excited for the collection with Guilty Absolute, the fragrance that Alberto Morillas created. That was probably the best in the flankers. And then also the Gucci Guilty Cologne was really, really great. Really not your typical fragrances for men that smelled like everything else out there. They were different enough that were good designer fragrances. So I do have some high hopes for these 2 fragrances, but in the end, Gucci went with Givaudan and these 2 perfumers, which are doing quite a lot of fragrances. So are they going to do anything original here? I don't know. We're going to check them out. But I bought these 2 fragrances really quickly at Heathrow in London on my way from London to Florence. I didn't get a chance to smell them, so I'm going to let you know all about them. But I do have high hopes for these 2 fragrances, and let's go ahead and open them up and smell them. But before I do, as I said, these 2 fragrances are created by Nathalie Gracia-Cetto and Quentin Bisch. So there are 2 perfumers at Givaudan. The pricing was different on these 2. The men's was around 80 something British pounds. The women's was around 110 something British pounds. Both together, I also received like a $15 discount because I have this duty-free app that gives me discounts at certain duty-frees. So I got that discount. So this was under $200 for these 2. I don't know what the price is going to be when they launch in the States. They are 60 ml bottles, 60 ml of perfume, and they're calling these ELIXIR De Parfum. Are they elixir concentration or are they eau de parfum? They don't say anything but parfum on these, so maybe they're really, really highly concentrated. I haven't opened them up to see the exact concentration, but on the back it says parfum. And on the front, it's ELIXIR De Parfum, so we shall see. I read somewhere that they might be eau de parfum, but we'll see how they, wear and things like that. But I do enjoy Quentin Bisch's work, although not a lot of his like mass market designer fragrances are ones that I really enjoy, but really did enjoy Le Male Elixir. This is ELIXIR De Parfum, so we'll see. Has he knocked it out of the park with this one? Because I really think he did a great job with Le Male Elixir. I thought that was a great fragrance for a designer. Really enjoyed it. It's sweet and spicy, ambery and vanillic, but let's find out all about this. But this has notes of Orris butter, Ambrofix, Benzoin, Patchouli, vanilla extract, nutmeg. It's considered an amber leather fragrance. If you've gotten your nose on these 2 fragrances, do let me know. Put a comment down below. So it's basically the usual bottle, the Guilty series cut. Let's come on, focus now. There we go. So that's what the bottle looks like. Little sticker on the bottom. So this is a Kering owned brand, but I believe the fragrances are still done by Coty. And I don't know, maybe Gucci or Kering is interested in having them leave Coty and then bringing them on over to their own conglomerate so they can crank out the fragrances. But I don't understand what happened. Well, maybe I do understand actually, come to think of it. The creative director behind Gucci left, so most likely the new creative director wanted to work with new perfumers. So anyway, let's go ahead and smell. I don't understand the green bottle as well. The green bottle doesn't really match any of the other men's fragrances, but this color bottle does match the Gucci Guilty Absolute pour Femme. Wow, am I supposed to get something that reminds me of Le Male a little bit? Is there Orange Blossom here? There's no credit of Orange Blossom or Neroli, but I'm picking that up right off the bat. Interesting. This doesn't smell like any of the Guilties, which is good because I don't care for the original Guilty series fragrances, not whatsoever. This does seem like the work of Quentin Bisch a little bit. Where am I getting Orange Blossom? Maybe they have Orange Blossom listed as notes, but the Gucci website did not. As I said, it's Orris butter, Ambrofix, Benzoin, Patchouli, vanilla extract, Nutmeg. This is pretty strong, but it's not acting that strong. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it on and let's see. I'm enjoying the smell. It's not acting very, very strong. It's very powdery for sure. Very vanillic as well. And even though there's no mention of tonka beans, I'm getting a tonka-like vibe. It's warm, spicy, and very powdery. Orris butter is creating powdery effect. There's something familiar about the smell that I don't know where I'm getting that from. Very familiar. It's a bit medicinal as well. Something in here is giving me a medicinal vibe. Is it the patchouli? The spiciness is pretty nondescript, so the nutmeg is acting spicy in this, but not. It's creating a warmth, but it's not very stand out. It's nicely blended in together. But something for sure is familiar about this. Really does connect me to the DNA of Le Male, Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male-like fragrances for some reason. The Orange Blossom was very prominent. It has now gone, so it's not very long-lived. But definitely getting that kind of bitter almondy effect with the, like, there's the tonka beans in here. Okay. It smells better on my skin than it does on the strip. I like it. Do I love it? I'm not sure yet. I think it'll do. I'm having a hard time seeing what the exact concentration for this is. Let's see if I can tell in the bottom. It does say Parfum. So it's not a note of Parfum, it's Parfum. So it's very highly concentrated. It's not acting like it to me, but we'll test it out and wear it and see. But as far as smell goes, I enjoy it. There's a familiarity about it. I like the warmth. I like the powdery touches. I like the vanillic touches, the spiciness. And the Ambrofix is in there to give it life, to extend the life and make it a lot stronger than you know, with the regular notes that are in here. So it provides a kind of an ambroxan-like vibe, I think. I'm happy with this. Definitely enjoying the smell. It doesn't smell like previous fragrances from the series. And now that we have brand new perfumers, they're going to take the fragrances into a different direction. I wish they would come up with a brand new collection because it's kind of getting boring with the Guilty series. Come up with something new, please. But let's go ahead and talk about the Gucci Guilty Elixir de Parfum Pour Femme now. So I enjoyed the Gucci Guilty Absolute Pour Femme as well, and I felt like it was quite unisex for a feminine fragrance. It was once again kind of a fruity, rosy, patchouli, woody fragrance. And with this one, it seems like it's gone back to being a bit more feminine because they've got more floral notes in this one. But with the notes, we've got Wisteria Accord, Mandora, which is a citrus, Vanilla Absolute, Tonka beans, Rose, and Violet Accord. So they've listed Tonka beans here. I was getting Tonka beans and Orange Blossom in the last one. So that's interesting. Very, very interesting. We'll see. If you've gotten your nose on the Gucci Guilty Elixir de Parfum Pour Femme, let me know. And what do you guys think about the new perfumers taking over for the Gucci Guilty series, or maybe just the Gucci fragrances in general? What do you guys think about Alberto Moria's not being involved with this series? Put a comment down. I'm hoping that they do a new collection of fragrances. This collection is kind of getting boring, you know? Just capitalizing on the freaking name and not coming up with something original. They just don't want to risk it. I think they like the fact that they can sell with a name, and which is what every brand is doing now. So let's see. This one is reminding me of the original quite a bit, because I remember the Mandora and the Wisteria in the previous versions. I don't remember the notes in the male to be in the previous versions, except for the patchouli. But here, fruity floral which is basically what it is. Maybe it does develop into an ambery touch, that they're calling this an amber floral. But to me, it's more of a fruity floral. It's very fresh. Doesn't act a lot like the Elixir, but it's pleasant. I think a woman's totally going to love this one. It's very fruity. I'm going to spray this one on as well. Wisterias are some of my favorite flowers, by the way. They're just beautiful the way they look on the plant itself. I don't see Wisteria accord or Wisteria in general in notes and fragrances, and I've always wanted them. And as a younger person, I always thought Wisteria and lilacs are the same. They're not, but now I know the difference because I've really studied a lot of different flowers and plants and really enjoy the flower. They have a great fragrance. And here in this fragrance, I'm smelling it quite a bit, but it's got this kind of juicy citrusiness with the Mandora. Mandora, I believe, is a citrus, but there's a fruity quality about it here. So what's going on my skin is it's developing into the violet. The violet's really kind of, coming through. And it does have that powdery effect in fragrances and also kind of a purple smell. I always associate violets with purple. I don't know if it's a subconscious thing. I don't know if it's because it's the color purple, but the smell I associate with this color purple, and so maybe it makes sense that the color of the bottle is purple as well. Yeah, this is pleasant. Not very original. It does remind me of the previous fragrances in the series, whereas the male seems very, very original, not necessarily very connected to the other. But I think this version for the female or the woman should really satisfy those women that really enjoy fruity floral fragrances and or an amber floral style. The violet is kind of a curveball for me, but I quite like it. It's not very strong though. And with this one, there's a familiarity about it as well. There's the smell, not necessarily associating it with the actual previous versions of this fragrance, but there's something in this smell that reminds me of something I've smelled. Not necessarily perfume-wise, maybe foods or maybe flowers and things like that. Or maybe perfume, I don't know. But both of these are quite nice, I think. Really nice job done. I can't wait to wear the male version to see. I like the familiarity about it, but not connected to any previous Gucci Guilty fragrances. But both of them, I think they're quite nice. But let me know your thoughts on these fragrances. What are your thoughts on the new Gucci Guilty ELIXIR de Parfum pour Homme and Gucci Guilty ELIXIR de Parfum pour Femme? Put a comment down below so I can find out. And hopefully these will be out soon and you can get your nose on it. I'm not sure what the price is going to be because these were purchased from an airport in London. So most likely these are going to be very priced high when it hits the shelves in the States. I'm thinking they're going to be close to maybe 200 because it is a concentrated fragrance. They come in smaller bottles, so the price point is going to be much higher. But let me know your thoughts if you're going to get your nose on it. If you've gotten your nose on these two, put a comment down as well. I will put the male version to test and see how it wears and things like that. And hopefully it wears quite nice. I'm enjoying the smell. It doesn't seem anything original. It also seems completely changed than the previous versions, but I'm liking what I smell. It does remind me faintly of things by the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier for men. So that is kind of interesting that they've done it that way. And then the feminine version does remind me of the original quite a bit. Anyway, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please do list below. Please like this video, please share it, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.